Hey guys, I'm going to be doing my hair and it's sort of in the same vein as a wash and go, but I'm not going to be washing my hair because I just washed my hair 2 days ago and it's dry and I just put it up and it really needs to be done. So I'm not going to be washing my hair, but I'm going to be simulating as if I washed my hair. So I'm going to be wetting my hair really good and going through the exact same steps as if I had just washed it. So I'm going to pull my pins out and my hair is a mess and it really needs to be done, and I've never done a wash and go before, so this is like trial and error just to see how it looks, because I've only seen wash and goes look really nice on when your hair is already pretty lengthy. So I'm just gonna try it out and see how it looks on my shorter length. My hair is bad right now. So yeah, I washed it and pinned it up and I haven't done anything with it for 2 days. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna wet it really good since it has been sitting dry for some time. I just want to make sure I get it really nice and soaked as if I had just washed it. Especially my ends, because I want to make sure my ends are really, really wet. And I'm going to be using the same products that I always use, but the only difference is that this time I'm going to be trying to take a little bit more care as far as separating my hair and getting the curls really good. So okay, my hair is nice and wet. Trying to make sure my scalp is really wet, as if I had just washed my hair. This top is all right. Let's wet this a little bit more. So I want to start trying to get my curls to begin to form, because when my hair is wet, of course it starts to curl up more because it's nice and wet and it's not frizzy at the moment. And usually this would be a little bit easier if I had just washed my hair, because I would be using my As I Am. But of course, I'm not washing my hair, so I'm not going to be using that to assist with the curl process. So yeah, now my hair is nice and wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a towel and just try and get the excess water off, because I don't want it, once I got it really good, I don't want it now to be drippy. So just get the excess water off. All right. So what I'm going to be doing is applying everything as if, I had just washed my hair and I would be doing regularly anyway. So my oils of choice are always my coconut oil, of course. Let me see if I can get this lid off. I put the heat, the jar, and the expanding and all of that. So yeah, it's time for me to buy more of this, because look, I'm almost done. I use it so much. I use my coconut oil pretty much every single time I wash my hair. I have to use some coconut oil. So I'm just gonna dig some out of this jar. You can see that. And just go ahead and smooth that into my hair first, because I love coconut oil. I love putting it all over my head. I don't necessarily have to section it for this part. I just like to go ahead and put it all over. And other oils that I love to use, of course, are my tea tree. So I usually just use like a few drops of my tea tree. That was a little bit more than a few drops, but not a ton. Just go ahead and sort of just like put that all over the edges. And the tea tree oil smells really, really good, as does the jojoba. This is another one of my favorite oils. I use it always. I pretty much use all of these oils regularly. They're my go-to oils. And just a few drops of that one as well. And again, I like to just go ahead and put it all over my head. Work it in nicely. And this just helps to moisturize my hair really well. Okay, so let me close that up. So what I'm going to be doing next, now that my hair is wet and I have the oil in and all of that, I'm going to be using, of course, some shea butter just to begin to start the curling process. And as far as the shea butter goes, I usually just go ahead and put this all over my head as well. Just scooping it out with my spoon. Just, you know, a generous amount. I really love to use shea butter. I don't take it easy on this. So just a good amount. Like half a tablespoon is good. And of course, you gotta rub that really good for it to begin to loosen up. Because of course that's really thick and chunky. So get it all nice and loosened up in your hands. And again, I use so much of this stuff. In my opinion, you can't use enough of this. So yeah, that. And then I just go ahead and I start placing it all over my head. Just start, you know, getting it in there really good. Separating my hair. And just massage it in my scalp just a bit. So yeah. I love shea butter. And that helps to seal in everything that you're doing. You're moisturizing your hair. And the shea butter is something really good to use with your oils, whatever oil you're using. Shea butter is really good to use with your oils because it really, you know, seals in and locks in your moisture. So it is going to be a little bit harder at this point. I mean, it's a lot easier if I had washed my hair first, because again, like I said, washing it with the As I Am co-wash, it already begins to help my hair like separate and curl. So since I'm sort of starting on a little step behind, since I don't feel like washing my hair again, I literally just washed it on Friday. So since I'm not doing that, I'm just going to be taking my time and going through and sectioning my hair and doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to section off pieces of my hair, as you can see, and working with each individual piece to try to get it nice and individualized and curly. Let's see. my hair looks crazy. So yeah. Try and clip it out of the way. All right. So if you can see this, I have all the rest of my hair clipped up, and I'm just going to be working piece by piece. What I'm going to be using to try and get my my curls really good is, first I'm going to be using my VO5 anti-frizz and styling cream. So this is going to help with alleviating frizz, because my hair frizzes easily. So I'm going to be using this, and then of course I'm going to be using my holy grail of hair products, my curl enhancing smoothie. I use this for everything, like everything. I use this all the time. So I'm going to be using this because I've never done this hairstyle before. There is no particular order that I'm going to be using each one of these products. Like I said, this is my first time doing it. It's trial and error. So I'm just going to see which one works and which one makes sense. I don't know. I guess it makes sense to use the curl enhancing smoothie first. I don't know. I'm just trying it, like I said. And I like to use a generous amount to really start and get the curls going. Actually, you know what? No, that's not true. I'm going to be using the anti-frizz first. So let me take that back. I'm going to be putting this on first to make sure it doesn't frizz. So I'm going to, since I'm doing it in sections, just a bit, because I don't want it to be too heavy and oily. So I'm just going to be rubbing it through the section like this. I hope you can see that. I can't see what you can see, so I hope you can see what I'm doing with this head of mine. Making sure I'm getting my ends. Because of course, you know, when you have hair like mine, see how the ends will get really, really bushy. Sorry. So yeah, the ends will get really, really bushy. So you just want to make sure that you are really getting it on your ends. And you see, even now it's beginning to curl up. So it's going from this to this pretty easily with this product. So I just want to make sure I put that in and comb it through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the curl enhancing smoothie and add that on top. Of what I'm doing. And I just want to work that in really good. And you see how the curls are beginning to separate? I'm sure you can see that. From what it was before to what it's becoming now. The curls are beginning to separate really good. So, I think I'm going to leave this part. Don't know how much I'm supposed to do right now. Like I said, I'm trying it out, so yeah. So if you can see that, hopefully you can see that. Okay. So let's move on to the next section, and we're gonna just keep doing the same thing for each section, of course. And I'm going to be taking my time and going through the sections since my hair is so poofy, and since, like I said, I'm not coming off of washing my hair, coming off of dry hair. So I really want to make sure I go through and get each section really good. So I'm going to be taking my time and going through each section. And I'm going to be sectioning them off, like not too big. I'm not going to try and do it ridiculously small, but if you can see that, see how it begins to curl up. And that's just from me using the VO5. I love this product. I just recently started using it, not too long ago, but a month now. And it's been doing really good for my hair. So as you can see, I hope you can see that. See it, it's starting to get nice and defined curls, and the curls are separating. And I guess another good thing about coming off of my hair being dry is that the dry time for this isn't gonna be as bad or long as if I was coming off of wet hair. If I was coming off of wet hair, then of course it would take me longer to dry this. So I guess that's a plus. I really hope you guys can see this good. I need like double mirrors so I can see like front and back at the same time. And of course, my hair, with my length of hair, it's also really important that you guys can see it, since it's not like coming down the front. I'll make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's good. I think it's good. Right, let's move on to the next section. So like I said, I'm just going to be repeating that. So just going to work it through and repeat. So as you can see, it's nice and curly. Now, I'm not sure this is quite a wash and go versus a like super curly defined afro. I don't know. But once again, I'm just trying out different things, trying out different ways to wear my hair. And my curls definitely are more defined with this process, as you can see. Usually what happened if I did this is my hair would start out curly, but then by now it would all the frizzy. The curls would have been frizzed up and it would be poofy right now. So that's why I really love this anti-frizz, and it makes my hair really shiny. As you can see, my hair usually, especially since the color of my hair is like this really, you know, deep sandy brown, so the color of my hair already yields this like dry look. So I need everything not only to moisturize and shine, but I usually need extra because of the natural texture and color of my hair. It just yields itself to be really dry. And sometimes even when my hair feels really soft and moisturized to the eye, sometimes it can still look really dull just because of my natural color. So I love to find things that can really make my color pop, my color of brown really pop and really stand out and really shine. So yeah, as you can see, the curls are much more defined. Definitely much more defined than they typically would be. I'm gonna keep working on this process because this is my first time doing it, so I'm sure, you know, the more I do it, the better I'll get at it. But even just for now, this is still much better than it usually would be. It usually would be super frizzy by now, but I've kind of like gotten that more under control. So what I'm gonna do next, the next video is I'm actually gonna do the same process, but I'm gonna see how it really works on wet hair, like freshly washed hair. Since I started with drier hair, I'm sure that might, you know, have something to do with it. I'm not completely sure, but I'm figuring it out as I go. And I like it. So, just gonna play with it for a little bit more. Really separate my curls. And anyway, so gives me a nice, really cute, curly afro. So I like that. All right. Bye, guys.